Welcome back to the Schmoedown Replay. What's going on, guys? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And so together, we are joined by...
Wild Stallions! No.
Wild Stallions! No. We are joined by Alex Mack from Call to Action. She is going to hang out with us on this reaction. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm pretty damn spiffy. That's what I'm doing. How are you doing?
Same?
Yeah, good.
Knocking back a White Claw in celebration of having you on the stream, so...
I'm very jealous. My local grocery store doesn't have White Claw. They sold out. But I did pick up these vodka martini freezers.
Ooh.
And I'm trying now a watermelon lemonade. So
not a sponsor, but maybe they should be.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that you've completely bought all the White Claw from the grocery store and now they just can't replenish everything that you've bought out from them?
Well, I have my apocalypse sharing, that's like stashed that's, in a separate, room of the house, which is nothing but Claw. However, I don't like to touch it unless it's like completely dire circumstances. So,
Yeah,
for the future.
The end of the world with your White Claw, your ramen noodles, and toilet paper for all your end of the world needs.
Priorities,
Absolutely.
Guys, if you have no idea what this video is yet, we are doing a reaction.
Neither do we.
Neither do we. We're doing the replay reaction to the ultimate throwdown. It's John Roca versus Ethan Irwin. Also, the undercard with Deep 13 versus Final Exam. We're going to knock back both of them here today. So it's going to be a action-packed reaction, replay, whatever we're doing with this thing. It's going to be fun. All right.
Anyway. So I would say, I guess as this video goes on, we'll be able to pause and discuss it. So I would say let's go ahead and just jump into the video because it's going to be a long one. We can talk about who you got and stuff as we go through this.
Okay, that's what you want to do. First of all, I believe we are doing the undercard first. So let's do this real quick.
Ah, very good.
Let's switch that over to the team.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Look at that pretty little background picture.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go ahead and pop this up for us. There we go. And are we ready? Good to go. All right. Let's jump in. So jump in. There we go.
It didn't want to jump. It wanted to crawl.
Yeah. Just wanted to kind of skip a little bit in there.
Man, this promo gets me every single time. Oh, it's so good.
It seems to be a little bit quiet on my end, guys. So if you can't hear it, the video itself is just a little quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I've turned it up.
Can you imagine what Schmoedown would look like without Eric Rodriguez, aka Nerd Chronic, running all the promos?
I don't want to imagine that.
Honestly, he's the reason why my husband is a fan and, why a lot of people are fans. It all started with him. Absolute. Look at that. Yodi for Chronic. So, color me curious. For
Whoa.
Sure.
Ooh, look at that.
That looks really dope. Oh, my gosh.
Yodi for Skybound. Good Lord.
It's dope.
Welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Christian,
it is the Schmoedown Throwdown, and what an event we have here tonight.
I want to win a date with Mark Ellis.
As always, by my partner in crime, Baby Carrots, Mark Ellis. Mark, this is an event. It's our first big pay-per-view that we've done on the digital side, and man, we start out with a massive main event when you've got John Roca versus Ethan Irwin in this #1 contender match.
Christian, you'd have to go back to 1996 in Prague, the first Mission Impossible movie. For the last time, John took on an Ethan, and it was going to get this heated. You had John,
how did he come up with that reference?
Roca,
he already had that ready to go.
Saddling up on his horse, named a Toyota Prius, and riding into a town that features Ethan. Prime time, big time, anytime, Irwin. Here's the thing about Ethan Irwin, Christian. He's got more celebrity phone numbers in his phone than Blue Med Spa. But is he going to be able to channel all of the movie knowledge that his friends have into his head? Because he's going to need every ounce of it to take down the spurred one.
Well, the stakes are so different, but yet the same. It's really strange because if you go back in time when they played the first time, John Roca was the champion at the time, and Ethan Irwin was like the Andre the Giant type figure of no one can beat him. He had won the singles tournament, he'd won 6 in that season, only losing that one to Mark Andreyko, and then defeating John by a TKO at the Spectacular. And then Ethan goes on to lose the championship.
So we're talking about these guys
to John's
who are we thinking we got for the teams?
Dan Merle. They did face up again. They faced each other in a triple threat match. Bibiani
all right, good talk, everybody.
On that side,
Bibiani
won that
match.
match.
Sorry, what?
And Bibiani knocked John out first. So John has something to
So
prove.
who do we think we got for the teams here?
He's never beaten Ethan. He's there, and now the factions.
My head and my heart say different things.
There's so much to be had.
I love, like, I don't care who's playing. I want an upset. I love my favorite matches are all upsets. And so I would love it if
sitting back watching
wins, but I feel like it's a given that
we'll have to wait to see if she's going to be in that big matchup tournament that starts the play-in matches on Monday.
That's right,
Christian. You have everybody who has any sort of invested stake in the
movie trivia. I'm kind of thinking the same. I'm thinking that this one's final exam is going to edge this one out. I think the combination of Lon and Paul is just devastating, and
hello to everybody who bought this.
They're going to be a team that's going to be hard to beat. If they're not already a team that's hard to beat, let's be honest.
I am curious though, like realistically, how often is the delinquent able to watch movies? I mean, he just like hangs out at like 7-Elevens, every day. He's not exactly going to obviously know when it's going to the theater, but he's not like home every day watching
attitude. Sure, it hasn't been his season yet. He had a very
too busy like hanging out in front of the convenience stores eating those Slim Jims and
that tournament, and
not really watching anything.
His match against John Roca, where it was a TKO, but it doesn't really speak to the way that Paul played. The big match that he had.
I think I'd probably go. Yeah, I think I'll go with the final exam.
Ron Harris, and they joined up and they played
as well.
They won their match and they're
for all the same reasons y'all just said.
And you put those two guys together and you go, well, that's going to be a good team. They're facing another team here that's 1-0. That was not supposed to win.
Even though for some reason, if I recall at the beginning of this year,
the team of Deep 13.
Deep 13 was supposed to be causing the apocalypse.
Versus Deep 13. Alonzo.
Well, Deep 13 is like low-key a fantastic team. However,
team. They know each other.
So one of the big things behind successful teams is that I think in order to be a successful team, one person has to be a quote-unquote behind-the-scenes person or a movie critic, and the other person needs to be more of a host, a personality. For example, looking to me, a lot of the great stars, like Shire Wells, for example. Rachel, he's behind the scenes. Clark, she's a personality. She's a host,
Lon Harris.
I don't know what he's doing. For Sam Levine, with being part of Above the Line. There's one person that's an actor or host, and the other person is much more of a movie critic behind the scenes. Now, that's obviously it varies, but as far as I'm concerned, most of the championship level teams are that way.
This is going to be so exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Chuckling a little bit.
Production's the same.
Getting a little nervous. Maybe
there's Founding Fathers are different.
Founding Fathers, definitely. Roca is definitely still doing critic stuff as well. But
the factions
does he do any kind of like writing or stuff like that? Or I always thought of him as like almost exclusively a host.
I
think they're interesting because they are both Dan and Roca are a little bit of both and.
Oh, absolutely. Now, for a long time, I didn't associate Dan Merle with like hosting or anything, just because I always thought he was someone that did stuff behind the scenes. But I also didn't watch anything from screen until someone told me, and I was like, oh shit. He does a lot.
Would really need the points here to try to catch corruption to get closer and closer to Finstock Exchange. Now the Burning Droogs, they've got 9 points. 7 now.
Burning Droogs are way down here.
Knapsack's first official match as a manager. He started to manage, and Brendan Hanna kicked him out of the room.
Burning Droogs, they do need to win though. They really,
very important match as far as the standings go. Mark.
I'm very interested to see what Ken Knapsack.
But I mean, if you look at if we look at a win here from Final Exam, that's huge for Swag.
And so,
and
Christian, when you look at the factions, not only
that's just one more notch in the belt for Winston to take that Manager of the Year position.
All I know is that
also, especially since walking away from the IG match yesterday between Kalinowski and Chance, and there's a guaranteed another corruption championship level corruption match coming up.
How the hell is Winston Marshall, Manager of Swag, going to get a hold of delinquent? You can find out right now.
So this match could potentially mean that he could,
last time that was hilarious.
It just means that he could potentially kind of edge into second place again over corruption.
Yeah.
So they're getting into the promos for this, so that's why I was saying pause, because we definitely want to see the promos, the hard work that Eric Rodriguez has put into this, because this is probably going to be really good.
I am so ready to cry.
Yeah,
I swear I cry all the time watching his promos. It's like it's a thing.
Oh, here we go.
I gotta say, I really love the delinquent bit that we did last time. That was hilarious. Part of me's kind of glad that we're kind of done with that, so we can get back to the whole professor thing.
Really?
Whatever, man, we're gonna compete. We're not gonna try. We're gonna win anyway, despite not trying, because
I want his shirt.
Ooh, okay.
I want Lon's shirt in that.
I low-key love Paul. Paul's personality, his new persona.
You don't know what day it is.
Whitney and Alonso, every time I see these two guys compete, whether they're singles and alone, I think the potential for a big win is there.
Two gentlemen, and they are gentlemen, who know movies, who have lived movies. They don't need to study for trivia. They are trivia.
We have to answer the questions correctly.
Yeah, okay.
Or we don't get the food pellet.
Luckily, answering questions about film is one of the things we do best, Alonso.
It certainly is.
It's time for your final exam. I know y'all got excited about that when you came through and you ran shot through the experiment.
Yeah, I just, tried to get all the answers right, which really isn't even that hard. I'm not sure what.
Don't call me, Jimmy. I hope the delinquent is ready, and I'm telling y'all, honestly, I feel like win, lose, or draw, I genuinely deserve Manager of the Year. I'm getting emotional because feeling a lot is hard, y'all.
Trying not to try, how it is.
I mean, you have to respect it. I do respect it. I liked Lon. I really did.
Team first exam, me and Paul. I think it's gonna be, it's a good group. Paul kind of tries. I'm trying to talk to him about it, but he's definitely putting forth some effort.
I guess we'll see what happens. I might have to go ahead and unenroll from all those classes now, but.
Wait a minute. Oh, all right. So, drip, and keep your team going down.
Doesn't matter. They know what they're capable of, and that is what's important.
We're not just interested in destroying them. We're interested in saving ourselves.
So we're going to answer questions like our lives depend on it, because as far as we know, it does.
Let's do it. Yeah? No? Should I go? Where am I going over there? Here? We'll figure it out.
Final exam. Track squad. Yeah.
Nice.
I love everything about that.
Here's the other thing I just remembered. This is the first time that we're seeing teams match
in the digital age,
in the virtual. Yeah, what he just said.
That it is going to be.
Never mind,
Ron
Christian,
Harris,
you take over.
He indeed does show up with his partner Paul.
Hey, let me do this.
Alonso,
yeah, don't even worry about it. You
Whitney,
can just not say anything.
Because remember, the winner of this goes on to play in next week's big pay-per-view on the undercard of Smets and Chambers.
Sorry,
so
I can't hear you.
It's kind of a mini tournament, but. This is all about factions right now. It's all about the managers, and we got two of them. The first one, he's the manager of Swag, having an amazing season thus far. Winston Marshall in the house, and next to him, the new manager of the Burning Grooves, the pit boss, Ken Knapsack. Gentlemen,
okay,
good.
You,
Winston.
Good.
big match here. I know it's been stressful trying to
that bit's running too long. I'm going to take you off.
This is a solid
good.
team.
Good
We have
idea.
both of these guys right
Way to
up
play
top.
that improv.
Is this what you were waiting for?
Yes,
I
and
honestly
that
don't
bit
know.
is
I'm
running way
sure he
too long.
woke up just in time because she's not even sure if Lon's going to be here.
No.
I honestly, I don't know. You guys don't let me see who's in the waiting room, so I don't even know. All right, I've killed half of this, more than half. I don't know how much that is. I'm stressed. It's apple. Of course, it's apple juice. Okay, I'm trying to lose weight, sir. I can't be just drinking alcohol. It's apple juice.
Well, Ken, look, this is we haven't seen you since Brandon Hanna kicked you out of the room, but Alonzo and Whitney are your all-stars. They're your top players here. How do you feel about this team going into this big match?
First of all, Brandon Hanna is outside right now buffing my 2002 Mustang.
Nice.
For kicking me out and losing a match. I'm excited to be here, Christian. I know there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter on the chat shows. Does Ken care anymore? He's disrespected the game. I'm one of the reasons you all bought tickets to come out here. I'm one of the reasons why
We
you
didn't say it on our show.
at your post office shift, your Starbucks shift, dreaming about being in the Schmoedown. It's not about success. It's about what we bring to the table. And speaking of
And
bringing
Alex
to the
would
table,
never.
man, I am proud and honored to be here in the match opposite of Winston Marshall. I am impressed with that guy. With Andres Cabrera, one of my favorite people in the world. He's rallying Paul after a tough loss. And Lon Harris. I love Lon. I worked with Lon. I had lunch breaks.
This is
with
unheard
Lon
of.
Harris. And to see where he's fallen, I hope Winston can pull him out. But
He
this-
low-key
this
does look like
down
a member of a
Whitney
poker
Seibel,
gang right now from the
Lonzo,
19,
they're all there.
like a
Are
really
two
like a
right proper
B-level,
gentlemen, and they're two people
like a
that have a
B
lot
movie
to
from like
give to this league, but
1995.
sometimes
He
expectations
looks
are
like he
put
would
on
be a
players
member
who
of that
do
movie
unfair,
Wild
and
Hogs with like John
no fault of their own
Travolta.
to
And,
An
they're here
extra,
to prove
maybe.
something.
yeah.
They know who they are. They're here to show the world what they're
I'd say that's a
capable of.
good-looking beard, though.
Respect here.
That's a majestic beard right there.
You know, Christian.
Well, thank you,
That's
Alex.
weird.
I've been working on it during the whole quarantine, so thank you for noticing.
So I'm going to
So
ask
have I.
each one
You're
of them
welcome.
individually. Ken, start with you.
I've
and
also
then
been
Winston,
working.
Feel free to piggyback off.
I got nothing.
I shave,
On a
actually,
day
so.
when we're
I shave my
honoring
face every
our
week.
great friend,
Look at that.
Hot Rod,
Look,
Rowdy
look.
Roddy
There's
Piper.
No,
there's
I
four
literally
guys.
did
I'm
it.
gonna ask you,
It's first
then
time.
Four
I'm gonna ask
guys on the
Winston, if
screen.
you had to
Molly's got
compare
all
your
the
team
attention.
to a popular wrestler or athlete, who would you compare him to let all the fans watching know exactly what they're preparing to watch?
On or around
No, hey,
2006,
can't
Ric
see
Flair,
Molly.
the great
Bring
Rowdy
back
Roddy
Molly.
Piper would team together.
Bring
fan
back
vote,
Molly.
nostalgia. Hey,
I'm willing to
these
bet,
old
like,
guys
while
throw
this
them in the
airs
ring.
live,
Hey,
that's what
they
was in the
won
chat. Like, hey,
WWE
get Ken
World
off of there.
Championship.
Bring back
All right?
Molly.
Is this
They
Molly
won.
with
They
an
proved
IE
their
or
drawing
Y?
power. They proved
I
they
think
still
it's
had it.
IE.
Whitney and Alonzo, by the way, should be considered older too.
I need
Just
more
that-
Molly.
Look at the beards on these gentlemen you're about to see tonight. Glorious. But
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't want to
it's
say
real
that
easy
That might mean
for the
something
new
different.
crop of
because then you're
stars
gonna have a really
with nothing
shifty
better to
looking
do
dude
but
at our
look at
door.
300
Like,
flashcards to
how
toss
much
out
you
the
got?
old characters,
Yeah.
the old personality.
we don't need
Oh.
that.
Alonzo and Whitney, they are in this business and they know the
Your
movie.
neck of the woods.
Right? It's
We're
just-
we're bad enough with the White Claw right now. I
we
mean,
know.
Living life on the edge, I see over there.
First off, I would just like to return the compliment to Mr. Knapsack.
if you say so.
Former champion in his own right,
See what
someone that
this is?
built this league from the
This is
ground
a White
up.
Claw.
You are one of the
Yeah,
founding
it is.
fathers of this league, and I got to give you credit for that. It is an honor to be across the desk from you, sir. Second of all, Mark Ellis, I saw Molly is down to play. I would love to put a play date together for our dogs. You let me know, sir. Third of all, if I had to compare him to anybody, I would have to say that this is like the weird like pairing of like Mankind and Kurt Angle. You got like all of the skill and the mystique and the craziness.
There's the thing,
of
like the
Mankind,
delinquent, I could
and then
see
you
the
have
Mankind
technicality
angle on
for
that.
them. You put those two together if they were a tag team.
That's supposed to
it'd
be
unstoppable.
Bibiani, though.
You'd be scared to death that they may not pull it off, but you know deep
Mankind?
down the best
Yeah,
wrestlers
kind of.
in the room. So that's who I would say.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Good luck to you both. Big match, obviously, for both Swag and the Burning Drews, as we are right on the precipice of the tournament next week. This is a massive match for both of you. Going to throw you in the waiting room here. All right. Thank you to both.
Now,
Ken
the winner of
and
this match
Winston.
is going to play
Mark?
the Den.
Looks like we're ready to
The
go.
Den's Pride,
We
right?
can't wait. We're a little
I think so,
restless. We need a treat.
Wait,
That's
Den
the-
got
that's
it right
the-
into the screen. Ooh, who's going to be
That'll
up
be
next?
the
Gentlemen, it's time
undercard
for the
of
Next week.
trivia
Merle versus whoever
Schmoedown.
wins between
All this.
Roca.
On August 7th,
Introducing
so next
first,
Friday.
It'll be Smets and Chandra undercard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
representing the
That's interesting. I don't know. I don't recall us seeing a animated logo for Burning Druids.
One win, no defeats.
This is their theme song for Whitney and Alonzo. It's like a game show.
If it, like probably like a '90s game show. I feel like pretty on point, like supermarket sweep situation.
I love that show.
Every time I see it on Netflix,
show.
I'm like, yo, I didn't understand what the purpose was, but I really dig it.
13 has arrived, and it is Whitney Seibold, Alonzo Duralde.
This is a team just made up of fabulous individuals.
Look, guys, this is
Dude, I love those two. I really do. They're so great.
It's a great pairing.
Yeah.
Since, at the beginning of this crazy season.
Now, alternatively,
4 times. That's right.
these are two people that are like that are
that this is the best
critics, like traditional
with Alonzo, and I know that you guys go way back.
I just want to point that out there.
About working with Alonzo Duralde that you think has brought out the best Schmoedown game in you.
Who they're going up against. It's more like a critic personality.
I like to think that I'm absorbing some of his brain waves and rechanneling them into my own trivia superpowers.
Fair enough. Alonzo, this is a big teams match. I know that you guys have worked together very well. Have you watched?
And Alonzo's beard is glorious.
Oh gosh, he's so beautiful.
Not really.
Fair enough.
I want to
I
do
love this like library situation. I'm so here for it.
Fair enough.
That dude makes me want to celebrate Christmas in July.
Yeah. I want to go to
celebrate Christmas in July every single video product day.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I want to do Christmas in New York with Alonzo.
So Whitney, Alonzo,
like at the Rockefeller Center with the tree. You're like,
just hang out with Alonzo in New York at Christmas time. That would be so much fun.
Drinking eggnog. Yeah, absolutely.
Roasted chestnuts.
I got the beets.
Roasting chestnuts.
Preferably
over a fire that is open.
Ooh, I do like roasted chestnuts.
Way to take that
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Answering. So, I mean, there's a lot of I could play this thing for years and still be sort of learning my way. But yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable certainly now than when I started. For sure.
All right. Well, with that, I'm going to
I
put you
like
guys
he like wears the same suit every time. It's a very specific brand. I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
And their opponents.
I've touched that suit when I was rubbing like elbows with him at the draft.
Stop bragging, Robert.
No, I literally was touching elbows with him. I was sitting right next to him. The elbows were
stop
touching.
Bragging, Robert.
I'm not bragging.
That's totally bragging. I'm rubbing elbows, literally.
It's the way matter works. Two things can't occupy the same,
There, I'm just gonna silence him again. Don't worry about it.
This is
Why do I look like the whitest person here?
Because you're the whitest person here.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for reaffirming that.
I gotta ask Lon.
No, you're welcome.
Because I don't believe that that's your apartment.
And I'm counting the fact that Christian and Mark are on the screen too.
I did not know about
And
that
Lon.
warrant because I was avoiding the authorities on a totally separate warrant.
No, Lon. I asked where you were and whose dog is that? Because I don't believe it's yours.
Yeah, no, this is not my apartment. This is not my dog. Dogs don't belong to anybody, sir. This is actually the dog's apartment. He used to live here with a wealthy dowager who left it to him when she died. So
Oh, good Lord.
we met up at the park, and he seemed pretty cool with me coming over. He has good Wi-Fi, so I figured, hey, I got a court date.
Is that what you're waiting for? Maybe she was just waiting for me to expire. Anyway, Paul, I want to ask.
That is not a comfortable position.
Team up with that. I mean, you really have kind of changed your outlook on life, it seems, and then you get paired with the delinquent. So, do you feel like?
And Paul's wearing a Suspiria shirt. Jeez.
He just got like 5 levels cooler.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, I think just having Lon show up.
I'm really curious though to see how this whole thing is going to work with teams.
Yeah, I don't know what this partnership.
Also, where can I get that shirt?
I'm excited.
Seriously.
I just
less invested in
a question. Make it a link, please.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
If you visit Suspiria.com,
hopefully. Yeah.
Really?
Pretty sure that's not a real website.
I wouldn't try it. I wouldn't try it.
We're going to bring your opponents back. Hold on just a moment, and here they come, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the Brady Bunch.
Woo,
as
full
we
house.
get to the match.
Everywhere you
Mark,
look, everywhere.
we're doing it, obviously, from, say, singles and inner geekdom. The teams match, how does it go? Round number 1, please.
Both teams kind of look like a before and after for a Manscaped ad, so we'll work on that.
Wow.
Later in the meantime, this is the team format.
That's kind of true, actually.
Is an individual exercise.
Here's the thing: are they still sponsored by Manscaped, or are we now at the point where they're just dropping that name just for funsies?
Well, SEN Live is.
There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question,
But if you sponsor Sen, don't you sponsor Schmoedown?
You have handy
in a roundabout way.
Theoretically, yes. You are keeping Christian alive and putting food in his mouth, so therefore he is continuing to do the Schmoedown. So yes, in a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon type of way, you are supporting the Schmoedown.
I'll remind the competitors that each.
All right, we have a rare instance, guys, where we have a 3-person team, so we're gonna kill this.
Of the match, named
Yeah.
famous Wisconsin cheese lover and movie reviewer JTE.
I'm excited to go
You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds.
compete with you guys,
Use the
honestly.
JTE rule. You also each have one challenge as a
I'm excited
team
to
be used
compete
at
with
any
you.
point throughout the 3-round
I
match.
I write questions for
manager
fun.
must ratify
Well,
and
not really for fun. Like as a manager, I write questions like
Christian,
constantly.
somebody needs a
all the time.
shave.
I write every single day, maybe like 20 to 30
I
questions.
shaped it
casually.
up. So what I will also ask, just make sure that after you
Sometimes
write
that
your
knowledge
answers down, to make
hangs
sure
in,
that
and
your
other times it's just let out the window at moments I press enter.
hands should be visible at all times. All right. So we start and we ask final exam. Are you ready, Paul?
Once more into the breach, let's do this.
Lon?
Ready for what?
Perfect. Whitney?
Ready to go.
Alonzo?
Sure, why not?
Then
Ready for what?
let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Oh, yeah.
Round number 1. Question number 1. Here we go, gentlemen. Action adventure. Who plays the Trojan Prince Paris in 2004's Troy?
My high school basketball team mascot, Christian, the Trojan.
Oh, I'm second guessing myself actually.
The actor who played them.
There was a king and there was a prince, and I'm trying to remember. Yeah,
I think I might be right.
And we start with Paul Oyama.
Orlando Bloom.
Nope.
Yeah, Whitney.
That was the one I was thinking. The second guess.
Lon
I also said Eric Bana.
and Alonzo.
Logan Lerman.
All right, so only Paul gets
Eric
that
Bana.
one there.
Yeah, I was thinking Orlando Bloom too.
I put neither. Don't worry about it.
Eric Bana, he played his brother,
Everybody
the
watching
king,
for the first time. We promise
Yeah.
they're better than this. Just wait.
King of Troy.
I knew who
Category.
Achilles was.
Crime movies. Lon, this should be right up your alley. The question:
Garrett
who
Hedlund.
plays the role of Robert Graysmith in the 2007 crime thriller Zodiac? You figured the writers would give him a warm-up question, but no, Christian, they went right into it.
Going right after it. All right. And
there's 3 options here. I can't remember who was who.
Shot in the dark
3.
here. I can't remember.
1.
I fell asleep during that movie,
pens
so.
down, please. And Whitney.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, Lon.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong movie altogether.
Alonzo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Missed it. And Paul.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
had-
now
I got
it's
I
Jake
had-
Gyllenhaal.
I had RDJ. I was thinking of the wrong movie.
Yep. RDJ also.
And Alonzo missed. So our next question here. All right, next question. Here it is. In the world of dramas, name this Best Picture winning film. A criminal pleads insanity and is admitted to a mental institution where he rebels against the oppressive head nurse.
It's the
Love this movie.
I still haven't seen it.
I was going to say that's pretty accurate.
no, I
watched
wouldn't
it on
take
a plane.
Oh, wait.
a good power.
Okay. And sorry, all right, here we go. So we start with
Highly recommend this
Lon
movie.
Harris.
One Flew Over the
Oh.
Cuckoo.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And Alonzo?
I was trying to remember how to spell cuckoo.
Yes. And Paul.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's right. And Whitney.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Correct.
Although that just
One flew over a whole lot of words.
Yeah.
5-3. 5-3.
Just a mess of words.
Next round.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Next question.
I got a point. Yay.
This is in the category of directors, gentlemen. They do this a lot. Your question: who directed films in the Mission Impossible, Star Wars, and Star Trek franchises?
Oh, okay. Come on.
Really?
All right.
I need to naturally ask: rank your favorite franchise. What I just said.
Oh, I'm not going to do that right now. What? Not going to do it. Oh, well, let me tell you in a second.
It's what's his face. I know his face, not his name.
2.
I hate those.
Please, and we start
Pick
with
it out.
J.J. Abrams.
That one.
Yes, Whitney.
Oh, sorry.
J.J. Abrams.
Sorry.
Lon Harris.
J.J. Abrams.
And Alonzo.
J.J. Abrams.
Yes, it is now
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
7-5 as we get to our next one.
Oh, that dude.
Good old Jabrams.
All right, here we go. Mark?
After you, Christian.
So J. Jonah Abrams.
There's the question. Fantasy.
Get it together, guys. Jeez.
Fantasy
Lack of
sci-fi.
preparation. That's your problem.
You're absolutely right. Fantasy sci-fi. Which actor stars as a magician named Jonathan Bartveld in 2018's The House with a Clock in Its Walls?
Man, you know when the song starts flopping,
I
Chris,
definitely saw that
you
movie.
True.
got to start making some different life choices.
You're absolutely right. And
hold yourselves.
4.
What
3,
category is this in?
2, 1.
Drama?
Down, please, Whitney.
Can't remember.
Not a drama.
Jack Black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lon.
Jack Black.
Yep. Alonzo.
Jack Black.
And Paul.
Jack Black.
Paul has not missed yet. We see
Jack
ourselves
Black.
9-7.
not Paul.
9-7 as we get to the next
Jackie Black.
question. Mark.
That's right, Christian.
That's not a
And
drama, that's a
Paul
fake
actually is now 3 correct answers away from a perfect
category
round
of kids
number
movie.
1. Should he
Yeah.
answer questions at this rate, then he's
Category
gonna
of kids horror.
have him all with a competitor.
Category of why is Eli Roth doing this?
Perfect round, but we still like him. Your next category, everybody out there, do this with me. Comedies.
Ha, ha, ha.
We'll do Happy Feet.
What is the title of the 3rd Austin Powers film?
Oh God. Austin Powers. I'm trying to forget this movie.
Ooh,
Anyway,
gosh.
I'm probably gonna go.
Why do I start long words in the middle of the board?
I do like the Star Trek.
That's the real question here.
I don't have that problem because I write small.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Lon.
Austin Powers in Gold Member.
Yes. And Whitney.
Austin Powers in Gold Member.
Yes. And Primetime.
Austin Powers in Gold Member.
And Alonzo.
Austin Powers in Gold Member.
All right. So
Yeah.
we now
Gold
see
member.
ourselves
Gold
with
member.
11-9 score.
I don't know if they
11 to
needed the
9
full
score
title with the
final
Austin Powers
exam
part in it, but
with the
Except
lead.
the
Here's the
subtitle,
next
which-
question here. Horror/thriller.
all right. Well,
Which famous actress, who's also a pop star, stars in the 2015 thriller, The Boy Next Door?
The Boy Next Door.
I like how you asked that one.
You like that one? You like to read?
Well, you really hit thriller, and it almost scared me.
Good. That was the point. Trying to wake up the dog. 5, 4,
Yep.
No chance.
3,
I don't
2,
know.
1. Pens down,
Remember the
please.
trailer?
Alonzo.
Jennifer Lopez.
It is.
Oh.
Paul Oyama.
Jennifer Lopez.
Whitney.
Jennifer Lopez.
And Lon.
Jennifer Lopez.
All right.
Jennifer
Now
Lopez
we
likes
have
the tacos and burritos.
I'm sure I would have gotten there eventually.
11.
Yep.
13 to 11.
2-point match.
Is that a South Park
Move
reference?
on to the final category in round number 1. This is in the world of animated movies. Could be drawn, could be by hand or on a computer. Your question.
Stop motion.
Which Lord of the Rings actor provides the voice of a penguin named Mumble in Happy Feet?
Penguin named what?
Didn't you just say Happy Feet a second ago?
I did. That was like I did.
Alex.
Like,
Again, if you're a quarterback in the NFL.
And 5, 4.
There's a lot of people in Lord of the
3,
Rings, so
2, 1.
Did
Pens
the,
down, Paul for the
did
perfect
the
round.
penguin die?
Ellen?
It's incorrect. Whitney.
I don't know.
Elijah Wood.
Yes. Lon.
Yep, Elijah Wood.
Yes, and Alonzo.
Elijah Wood.
Okay, so we see the score now.
Elijah Wood.
14-13. Paul missed that question. So
Penguin died. It was Sean Bean.
We'll get to round number 2. Mark, how does round number 2 go?
Ooh, it's the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and ultimately justice.
All right, we're gonna pause it there. What did you get?
I'm at 6.
So we're together at 11. And then if we add Alex for our 3-member team, we are at 16. We're beating them. Yay!
Yay! 3 people against the 2.
All right. Are these rules any different for let's see.
Will be served. Each team gets a spin at that wheel. Once they settle on a category, they're going to have 6 questions. Teammates may confer with each other for each.
Well, they will be, but it's not written in the rules how they will be different.
2 points apiece. However, stealing is available.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be
if
real
you're not sure of the
interesting.
answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Because we are doing this virtually, the way that we will handle steals is as follows. In round number 2, once a team has their turn to spin the wheel, the other team will be placed in a different stream, so we can keep an eye on them and monitor their
Keep feeling
every
like Alex
movement
is
while they're
knocking
not
back a
hearing the
Go-Gurt down there.
questions. That way,
Yeah.
that team
They were only so cool. You know how expensive those suckers are? Damn.
all of the questions.
Like for a 6-pack, it's like $5. I'm like, for a little snack,
so
you can
on
go
and so
heck
forth.
now.
It is as tight as it can be without being tied.
That's interesting.
Narrow 1-point lead.
Oh, this score has been
So
throwing
this
me off
final
this
exam's
entire time. I was
called.
like,
They
why
may
does Deep
confer with their
13
manager now
have
for 60
2
seconds.
scores?
Would you like to
Yeah.
first or defer to your professor?
It's their name and then their score.
And just 2 reminders here. One to the audience. This is a live match, so if you do post answers in the chat room, you will be removed from the chat room in general.
Yeah.
That is the first. The other thing is, so people know as far as how do challenges work in this, the managers will be able to watch with their hands up, watching from the waiting room should they have a challenge. All right, so we're going to drop out Ken Knapsack and the Deep 13 team here for a second. Winston, you got 60 seconds to talk to final exam starting now.
Are
Excellent
their
job,
strengths?
gentlemen. My goodness, that was lovely. Lon,
everything.
Orlando Bloom and Eric Ban. That's gonna
it's all good. Can I ask you a question, Lon? Are you only 1 in today? You're good.
What? No,
One,
3.
3. 3 apple juices. Got it. 3 apple juices. Got it. All right. Well, all right. Let's do it, guys.
3.5.
We've rehearsed this a
4.
million times. Let's let them go first.
We're
You
gonna go
know what I'm saying? We want to take the time to recoup, watch what they can do.
We get to see what they spin, though, right? Just checking. We get to be here for
You
their spin.
You can see what they spin, and then you'll be dropped in. That is correct. All right, so let us put the final exam.
Oh, I'm
will
so
be placed
confused.
into the waiting room. All right,
I'm not. I just wanted to say that.
And now we bring back both Whitney and all right. So Ken, you're gonna have 60 seconds to talk to your competitors starting now.
Whitney, Alonzo, the key to that first round was that you just didn't look back. You only look forward, and that's where we are right now. 1 point, easy. You both are veterans. I don't
Ken, Easy Rider, Knapsack.
You know the category. Putting the pressure on you first. There's no pressure.
Ken,
Playing with our
the outlaw.
Let's have some
Ken,
fun.
the outlaw.
Spin that wheel. I'll be in your corner.
All right.
I almost feel like that nickname's taken for some reason.
That wheel, it is glorious, and
Maybe.
it is a sponsored slice featuring wheel. If someone
Anne Hathaway. Ugh.
and that is the category that they
Ooh,
like.
actually, that's a really good slice. Okay.
Patreon
She's
members,
done less than like 20
actual
movies total
movie tribute
in her
Schmoedown
career,
patrons watching
considering.
tonight.
However,
All right. So
and
here's
also
the
1
first
year,
one
she actually did
by
2
Deep
movies where she
13.
was a queen by the end of the movie. So funny.
The,
Ooh, I see that
the answer
John
to every
Hughes
question here is
slice,
Princess
Christian.
Diaries.
That's enticing.
Yeah.
One question is
And
cool.
if
It lands on
The other one is,
Farming. So 60
Devil Wears Prada.
seconds to discuss. Here
I
we go.
love that movie.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Here, what do you feel?
This was the exact slice we landed on last time.
This is what you
or
take.
that was given
Yeah.
to us last
Yeah.
time. Right?
dude, you
take
take that one or Hitchcock?
I'm inclined to go with it.
Take this one.
Take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's stick with it. I think this is.
Oh, yeah. That's so up Alonzo and
All right.
Whitney's.
As
So
it were.
it has been made. We're going to have both Primetime and
Thank
Lon
you for
Harris
the
drop out
professional
here, go
darlings.
into the other room,
It's
waiting for them to leave. Okay, they have
such
left.
a
Winston has
hard
his hands up. is
category
in room
just
watching
because
at
it's
the
very difficult
moment.
to label movies
All right,
that
seems
way.
like we're all
It
set
also
there.
includes
Now,
some documentaries.
we have round number
So, like
2.
what some people
and
consider a
has
festival
spun
darling, other people
the
will not.
category
You know?
of festival darlings. All right, festival darlings, gentlemen,
So
you get
it's really
5
difficult to study
questions.
for.
5 questions in the realm of festival darlings. Here's the first one. In the film Blockers, who plays Julie's single mother, Lisa Decker?
Leslie Mann.
I had it.
Talk it out.
Leslie Mann.
It's Judd Apatow's wife.
Yes, her.
Leslie Mann.
Can I just say
Is
the answer?
Whitney's fingernails purple?
Yes.
Her name is Leslie Mann.
That is
awesome.
correct. 2 points. All right. So 2
He's,
points there
he does a lot of
excuse me, 2 points.
at least with
Right up here,
when
13,
everything was
13.
still going
All
on,
right.
he did
Question
a lot of
number
like
2.
shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I know like at some clubs and everything, which was really cool. He was telling me about it like a while ago when he was on Schmoebates, and I was like, damn, dude. I want to see what you're all about. Like, what's going on? This is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
He's like so casually cool, and he and no one talks about it, which I don't want to say is frustrating, but I'm like, I feel like I was in on a secret, and now I want to tell everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Saint Vincent, who plays Vincent's pregnant Russian love interest, Daka Paramova?
I know her face.
Right? Whitney?
I can't
This
remember.
is not one I
It's not
saw.
obviously
so-
Naomi Watts. Naomi Watts.
Is that final answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct. 2 points.
All right,
All
so
right.
now it's 17-14.
Okay. So here is our next question. Question 3. This director, who also helmed Francis Ha, directed 2005's The Squid and the Whale. Who is it?
Noah Baumbach.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. 2 more points. All right.
good.
So that is question number 3. That's question 3. Here comes question number 4. Okay. In the film Boy Erased, who plays the chief therapist, Victor Sykes?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get any of these.
Yeah.
It's
Festival
Joel
Darlings is not my darling category.
Edgerton is our
I know.
finalist.
Joel Edgerton is correct for 2 more points.
He also
that
directed
is
it.
question
wrote it.
number 4.
Oh yeah.
I knew
That's
he worked at the
question 4.
camp,
All right,
but I
so
didn't
here's
remember
question
the
number
role.
5. 2 more questions. 2 more questions. 6 questions in this.
Dang.
Here's
I should've
question
got that one.
number. Let me just correct this. 1, 2.
Very impressive round so far, Christian. This is like watching two fellas teach a film class at a local college.
So that
Kinda.
was question
Yeah.
3. Correct? Yes. All right. Here is question. That was question 4. Excuse me. Here's question
Question 4.
question 5. Excuse me. Question 5.
Told there would be no math.
What 1986 historical drama was directed by Roland Joffe and starred Robert De Niro and Jeremy Irons?
That's The Mission.
Correct. Yes. The Mission.
Final answer?
Yes. The Mission.
That's correct.
Gee,
2 more
Alonzo's
points.
like, we don't need to hear
All
Christian say it.
so
It's
5
correct.
questions in, and they have not missed. Here is your final question.
Yeah, he got it right.
Final question. Here it is. In Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, teenager Rachel is afflicted with what type of cancer?
Jeez.
Want to go multiple choice on this
I
one?
Luke, I would,
think we should.
deep hole.
All right,
Multiple choice, please.
here it is. A, lymphoma. B, leukemia.
Aubrey
C,
Plaza.
sarcoma. D, lung cancer.
It's leukemia.
My gut says leukemia.
I was thinking that too. Sure. We'll say leukemia.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, hell of a round there for Deep 13, and you find yourselves with a massive, massive round. All right, so we're going to bring
pretty good.
everyone
That's
to
a great
24-13
10 points up, yeah.
24.
So are they dropping the other
24
team out completely so that this team
Yeah.
For 14.
can
That's up to
converse
13.
on screen?
24.
Yes,
14.
the other team
And
is
now
in a
we
completely different stream,
bring back
and so they can
and
still see
prime
them
time.
over on the
And
side.
we are going
Oh, okay.
to bring back prime
That's
time.
fascinating.
Here he is. And now bring in Winston. Drop out both Whitney, and Alonzo. All right. You have 60 seconds to talk to your competitors. Gentlemen, the score as we stand right now is 24-14. They did not miss any questions. They used multiple choice only once, and we find ourselves now 24-14. So, Winston, you got 60 seconds
If they
to talk
got
to
multiple choice once, how do they only have 10
They,
points?
they,
Why do
they
they have
went on a roll.
11?
They spun festival.
Because they didn't have they were at 13 when they started.
Oh, yeah, of course. Never mind.
Exactly. I'm not stressed out about it.
Of nerds.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, who sits around watching stuff at Sundance? Who got money to fly to Cannes? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous.
Money. The fuck.
Who goes to South by Southwest?
We're good to go.
We're good. Let's
Nobody.
spin it. Let's go. Remember,
Well, nobody this year.
All of them are challenge if the question sounds wonky, but let's go.
Yep.
Us normally,
All right,
because it
here
happens
is.
in our
So
city.
Here is the wheel and the spin.
Disaster movies out there. Maybe somebody made a movie about Lon's last year.
Gotta be honest, though. Glad we didn't get tickets for this year.
Oh yeah. Ooh. There you
I
go.
like it when you get what you want too.
This is
All
really
right, we'll spin for 60 seconds to
choice,
decide
like,
starting
like,
now.
pretty much strings
I know what we've been working on, but I'm going to leave it up to you gentlemen to talk it out.
Yeah, Paul, what do you think?
Either way, either one of the two. Which do you feel better about?
Which are the two when you say either one of the two?
No, Sandler or Pixar? Which one do you want to go with?
Sandler or Pixar? Really?
Sandler, maybe.
Yeah,
I would argue Sandler, guys, just because remember it hasn't really been done.
I mean,
for one time, yeah.
when I heard that Adam Sandler was going to be a slice, I was like, okay, I want to answer questions about Adam Sandler this year.
If there is a steal opportunity, we're going to bring you guys in immediately for the steal opportunity here because you are in the waiting room. We'll bring you guys in immediately. So then obviously you don't have more time as you sit. And it's the reason why, Paul, is because they're watching here that it's not the same thing as for the first. So here is the first question. Mark, they chose, Adam Sandler movies.
Yes, they did, Christian. And Adam
They need to have a
Sandler
regular
did
rule book
lot of
and a
movies
pandemic
starting
rule
back
book.
in the
Look at that little
early
Vago.
mid-90s all the way through.
Wait. No. I have to object real quick to that. They need to go to the other room because think about it. They get a chance to confer. They can hear everything the two of them are saying. I don't agree with that at all because they would be whispering to each other normally if we were in the studio. So I have to object. I'm sorry.
And they can hear like what we're saying. So if we say it's one of two things, then they'll know.
We'll have them drop. Whitney, if you can drop into that separate room, that's fair. This first time we're doing it, so
That's
Whitney,
why I brought it up.
I know it's fair. Whitney, if
Thank
you
you,
can drop
Winston.
into that second room now,
That's a good
as soon
point.
as Whitney's out, then we'll bring him back.
Yeah.
Don't try and come back.
The only downside to that, though, is they're not going to hear what they answer if the answer is wrong, and so
That's
it's
the
available to
point.
steal.
That's the huge point.
You're going to need to come back, Lon, because there's another round after that. I don't know if your manager told you. You have to play 3 rounds.
Oh God, it's taking forever.
Same thing, Ken. Keep your hands up, please. And now we go into
Interesting.
5 questions.
Interesting.
6 questions in the realm of Adam Sandler movies. All right, here you go.
All right, we're good. The proper parties have been asked to leave the stream, so now I can live out a boy's dream of asking Adam Sandler movie questions. 6 total, gentlemen. Each one worth 2 points.
Now in the
Need multiple
families,
choice.
they
Have to go
usually
down.
everyone has to be on aside from the managers.
You can find the characters.
All competitors need to be on screen as well.
Chuck Peterson, Virginia Venet, and Hal Lynn in what Adam Sandler film?
Happy Gilmore, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
More final.
else.
Begin your final answer. Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
2 points for their final answer, Christian, and they're off to a hot start.
All right, next question, Mark.
All right. Again, in the wild, wacky world of Adam Sandler, who plays the role of Eric Gordon, who is trying to take Billy's rightful spot from his retiring father as the company heir?
He was in Get Out. Bradley Whitford.
That is Bradley
Whitford.
Yeah.
Bradley Whitford. Final answer.
I like the way you're answering these questions. It's
This is
proper
neat because
and
it gives
it's
us
also
more
correct
insight into
for 2
how
more
teams
points.
actually work together.
All right,
Yeah.
next question, Mark.
Gentlemen, in the world of Adam Sandler, who plays the character of Rex, the bass player of the Lone Rangers in the film Airheads?
Oh,
That's Buscemi. I think Brendan Fraser is the lead, and then it's Steve Buscemi is the bassist.
Yeah. So Steve Buscemi. Final answer.
That's right. They hijack Ian the Shark's office. Steve Buscemi gives him 2 more points, Christian.
That is correct.
I
All
mean,
right.
he's the greatest filmmaker.
And
of
none of us
our
still know how to
era,
pronounce
right? We
his
all
name.
agree, so.
Well, 24-20. 24-20 after question number 3. Here's the next
Buscemi.
All right. They have a chance to pull to within 2 of the lead with this next query. Who plays LAPD officer Jack Carter, who goes by the undercover name Rock Keats in Bulletproof?
This is Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans, yeah.
Damon Wayans, final answer.
Christian, they're within 2, and they're looking to tie.
You'll always be my bodyguard.
All right, here it is.
I love that.
All right, gentlemen, this is your penultimate question in the world of Adam Sandler movies. Lon, I'll tell you what that
Drink.
means later.
He said penultimate.
Your question.
I get a pen.
What acclaimed filmmaker directed Adam Sandler in the 2015 fantasy film The Cobbler?
Oh, God.
Todd McCarthy. Todd McCarthy. It's the guy who did Spotlight.
Yeah. Tom McCarthy. Tom McCarthy, final answer.
Yeah. Tom McCarthy.
Nice catch. 2 more points. And
Nice.
Christian, the final
Ooh,
answer
nice.
with their
That was an
opponents,
interesting movie, too.
D13, And now they
The
have
Cobbler?
a chance to take a
Yeah.
2-point lead into the
It was one of those
final
random ones I
round,
actually
number
watched.
3.
All right, here it is. So, in order to take the lead here, they have to answer this question, and here it is.
Gentlemen, the category is Adam Sandler movies. You fared well to this point. Your final question in round 2. Who plays President Will Cooper in 2015's Pixels?
It's Kevin James.
Kevin James,
Kevin
yeah.
James, yeah.
Kevin James, final answer.
I'd vote for him this year. Christian, they have taken the lead, and we head to round 3.
Well, I mean, let's look at your
uh,
options here. Let's be honest.
Waiting for
Oh, wait, this isn't the political
and-
fanatics. Never mind. Let's talk about movies.
All right, well, there you go.
I'd vote for Kevin James from
That's the one
Hitch.
thing I was worried about. And if we
I'd vote for Kevin James from Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I'd go for actually Kevin James.
And they retake the lead here as we see 26.
Oh, what a funny
24.
scenario we just found ourselves in.
Incredible team match.
I'd vote for Kevin James
Doing great
in
in the
what's that
second
new movie
round.
he just
So
did?
Mark,
No,
round
maybe
number
not.
3,
Never
the
mind.
final round.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
My specialty. The rules of round number 3 are as follows. We need a series of numbers from
Where he's
each
like
team.
the stalker
Freedom.
killer. Oh, what
Yeah.
was
Is it
Like
Becky? Is it Becky?
No,
or-
it's like
May not
Mandy, or Mandy was the one with Nicolas Cage.
I think it's like Becky or
have
something like
those
that.
numbers in
Something
place.
like
They
that, yeah.
correspond to
Well, I
the
know
number
in
of
a movie
movie
recently where he
and
plays a Nazi.
know-how. The first question's worth 2
I think
points.
it might be that where he's like bearded and he's going after the girl. Yeah, it's that one.
5 big points.
I'd vote for
This
that
is
Kevin
the
James.
format.
I'd vote for him.
Too.
Category is the team must select which
No.
competitor is
Or the
going
Kevin James from his YouTube channel where he's the sound guy in all the other movies.
100%. Yeah, that's the one.
Absolutely.
Nailed it. We found him.
And the
That's
three
the
must
one.
be answered solo without the aid of
Specifically
your
the one from
with
the
your
Lady Gaga movie.
5-point
Schmoedown.
question.
Can't figure it out.
And a reminder
way
on
to
the
go.
5-point question. When you
Bradley
guys come
Cooper, Lady
forward,
Gaga,
Yeah,
their movie.
Stars Born. Good job.
Listen to the
That one,
countdown.
yes.
For another movie she's
Say
done?
whatever your final answer is, say it. So if it is,
That's why I'm your
something
teammate.
again, Martin
Yes.
Scorsese. Final
That's why we
answer.
survived.
Just make sure that so that we know what the team's official answer is.
And quick
That's a
reminder
lot
for
of
everybody
people.
watching at home, no point values can diminish in round number 3. You may not lose points for missing a question.
It's the
and there is
story
ceiling
of a lovely
in round
lady,
number 3. So
which
because
has to be
this is
Alex because she's the only one on
final
the screen.
round, because we're in a 2-point lead by Ron and Paul, you are going to give us your number first. What feels lucky from 1 to 20?
Before they answer that,
Ladies and
can we
gentlemen,
not
welcome
get
to the Cinefanatics
Sav
Sausage Party
Lon is
and
doing well?
Alex.
Alex.
He is acting on his best.
Nothing new when it comes to reactors. Let's be
Let's
honest.
go. Let's have the 3 questions from final. Excuse me, 3 numbers for final
Yeah.
exam.
Winston, I got this. 4, 7, and 15.
4, 7, and 15 for final exam, and for deep 13.
5, 8, and 16.
5, 8,
Does
6.
that mean they beat us? No, I'm kidding.
Not yet. All right. So
Prices right us?
yeah, that's right.
They
Winston,
literally just Price is Right.
Winston, you're gonna have 60 seconds to talk to your team.
See that, guys? They are jacking our swag like it's nobody's business. They out here trying to take on they're trying to pull the 1 over Jordan move. That's not how that works.
We're totally going to get closest to the real price without going over. I believe it.
All right. Hey, here's the thing. 3 JTs. Do not forget that.
Yep.
We still have the challenge. Do not forget that either. So if
Yep.
something feels funny, you shout, and I'll come in and be like, hey, they say they don't like that. And then we'll do the whole thing. But other than that, I believe in y'all. Y'all be killing it. Let's keep it moving.
All right, thank you so much. So Ken, you got 60 seconds to talk to your competitors.
I
Starting
like
now.
how he's both T'Challa and Shuri.
Fancy words and hoopla.
At the
We're
same
here.
time.
You.
be this close.
Also want to be both T'Challa and Shuri?
Everyone, but
I'm guessing he's also meaning the dog behind him, I guess. I don't know.
Take the beats.
Shuri's the name of his dog, I think.
Believe in you.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Ken and to Winston. All right, we're going to drop them both out at the moment.
I just thought he put both their names in there for no reason.
So
yeah,
we start with Deep 13, who chose category number 5.
That makes more sense.
Category number 5 for Deep 13. That is the category of 2010s. 2010. So anywhere from 2010 to
recent movies.
Ish. Who would like to take the 2-pointer?
I have no druthers. Whitney, you tell me.
I'll take this first one.
Okay. All right. Whitney Seibold will take the 2-pointer.
He has no druthers.
Here. This will tie the game should he get it correct. Here you go, Whitney. 15 seconds. This 2014 ensemble film stars Ralph Fiennes as a concierge who must prove
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Grand Budapest Hotel. Yep.
Grand Budapest.
Budapest.
Yeah. Budapest.
That's a grand hotel indeed. Sort of. God.
In the mountain regions of Switzerland.
The Grand Budapest Hotel is the answer. So
this is a family-friendly channel, y'all. Let's keep it.
Now,
Whitney missed that one.
Will bounce
wow.
To Alonzo Duralde. Alonzo Duralde to take the lead.
Don't question me
here.
on Wes Anderson.
Category number 8.
Yeah.
Category number.
I mean, some
8,
Wes Anderson
Alonzo,
you can, but
category number 8. Angelina Jolie.
Not that one.
Films.
I saw that one.
Angelina Jolie for your 3-pointer. Here you go, Alonzo. All right. Who stars as Susanna, who's an 18-year-old committed to a mental institution in
Winona
1999? Girl Interrupted.
Good job.
Winona Ryder.
Yes, for 3 points. Alonzo Duralde.
I heard Angelina Jolie, who stars as Susanna, Winona Ryder.
Now,
I heard Mental Institution.
Now,
yep.
27 to 26.
It's a good movie.
Get to final exam.
That's right. Final exam for your 2-point question. You selected category 4. Is that correct?
That sounds right. Yes.
That is correct.
Then you have selected, spun, the category of directors between Paul and Paul's friend. Who would like to answer that question?
You want me to take directors?
I mean, I think either of us are fine with it. Do you want me to take it, or do you want to?
I'll take directors. Let me do.
Okay, sounds good. Lon's gonna take it.
All right.
No.
No.
All right, Lon Harris.
That's me.
Son. For 2 points. If
could have been anybody.
Any sort of speeding authoritative vehicles out of the audio earwaves for our listeners, here's the question. In the world of directors, who directed 1978's Superman the movie?
That would
Richard
be
Donner.
Richard Donner.
For 2 points, that is correct.
Is it bad that I was thinking he was about to ask
As we
who
see
directed
ourselves
1917?
28.
Sam Mendes.
And so where we stand is that Deep 13
Okay.
will get their 5-point question. They can confer. If they get it correct, it'll bounce back to final exam. However, if they miss, then final exam will win and will play the Pride next week on the undercard of Smets versus Chandru. All right. Deep 13, category 16. Category 16 is the category you chose. That is the category of spy films. Spy films.
James Bond.
All right. Are you
moving
ready?
on?
Yes.
Here it is. Okay, here it is.
He's not a spy. He's
Who directed the Sean Penn, Timothy Hutton spy drama, The Falcon and the Snowman?
Nope.
Whitney, I know this one if you want
to. Take it if you know it.
John Schlesinger, final answer.
That is correct for 5 points. John Schlesinger is correct. Big 5 points there from Alonzo Duralde, making final exam earn it here as we see ourselves 31 to 27. Mark as now
28 to 20, 31 to 32 to 28, right?
30. Hold on a second.
There's an extra point for Paul Oyama for keeping score.
Is this the last question? This is
It's
hard.
32-28. It is 32-28. Deep 13, 32-28. Really missing PJ Campbell right now. 32-28 as we get to the next question here, Mark.
I'm right here. I'm a
Aren't
human
we all?
calculator. I got like a 200 on my math SATs. Okay, gentlemen, here's the situation. For your 3-point question, Paul, you're going to be taking
That
this
PJ
one
Campbell, what an
solo.
angel.
You selected, and pretty confidently so, the number 7. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right, that's going to correspond to the wild, wacky, wonderful world of the 1990s.
Okay, that's probably a
And your
strike.
question for 3 points, and it can get you to within 1 of the lead from Deep 13. In the 1990s, Jean-Claude Van Damme stars opposite what actor in 1992's Universal Soldier?
Ooh.
Never seen it.
Steven Seagal. Final answer.
That is incorrect. We're looking
Like a
for
knife in my heart.
Dolph Lundgren is the answer. They both won Academy Awards for it. So now, Christian,
Dolph Lundgren.
we are going to go to the 5-point
This is
question.
interesting.
It all comes down to this, folks. I told you it was much more than an undercard. This is now the match. The question, 5 points. They may confer. Lon and Paul, you may discuss with each other when you think you know the answer. For your 5-point category, you selected number 14?
15.
Yes, you did. Just testing you. 15. And that corresponds to, don't we love them, romantic comedies. Rom-coms, as I call them. And for 5 points, your question. For the win. In what Judd Apatow film do the film's leads take a road trip to Las Vegas, which leads to them taking mushrooms and seeing a Cirque du Soleil show?
Wow, this is 40.
This is 40.
No,
Nope. Nope.
Is it knocked up when it's
Yep.
Seth
It is.
Rogen? That's when they first remember they have the realization.
It is knocked up.
Repeat the question.
Yeah, give us repeat. Yeah, I was gonna say
Mark,
this is 40.
This is in the world of
I think
romantic
it's
comedies. In what Judd Apatow film do the film's
That's it,
lead
yeah.
take a road trip to Las Vegas,
Hmm.
which leads to them taking mushrooms and seeing a Cirque du Soleil show?
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna go with it. Knocked up. Final answer.
And your winners, advancing to next week. Final exam.
Nice.
Paul Oyama, Lon Harris, making a big shot there. Big shot. All right, Lonzo, Whitney, going to put you in the waiting room here for a moment. Great match by them, and now bringing in.
Oh, if y'all knew, I was over here like, it's not this is 40. It's not out. Please, Jesus, please correct yourself.
Well,
it's like a trip in This Is 40, right? I'm picturing it.
In Knocked Up, they take the trip and they come back, and that's what makes them reunite with.
All
that's what
right,
makes
I know.
Seth Rogen
You're right.
apologize.
Obviously, you're
And if I'm not
right.
mistaken, I don't even think Seth Rogen is in this
Wow.
just Leslie Men and Blood because of their relationship. It's
High scoring.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, either way, that is the final. What a match there it was. Alonzo Duralde and Whitney are just, I mean,
And that's supposed to be an undercard.
dangerous as
Yeah.
we see that match back and forth, and it really came down to, honestly, to the second round. Deep 13 had to go to multiple choice once. They still got it correct, but it did diminish the point by 1. They played it right. It just went that way. But you guys, you win the match here. Winston, this is big as far as the standings go now because you just picked up another 2 points. Big 2 points here as you jump up in the standings now, getting closer to corruption for second place. How was the stress levels in this match?
I mean, to be honest with you, I have the smartest person in all of Wakanda right here with me. She doesn't really want to be on camera right now, so it's fine. But I
dog.
said this
Yeah.
at the draft. I'm gonna look right into the camera so y'all can see this right now. I said this at the draft.
Almost.
I picked Paul. I picked Lon.
How many cameras does he have?
One, so that they could face each other in the singles tournament and fight over the belt. But more importantly, so the two of them can come together as
I'm confused.
and destroy the league. Y'all think you've seen the best teams that you have so far, and you haven't. Well, you have. You've seen them twice.
Okay, so
Right now.
on that note, I'm gonna look at the other camera. So, man, you guys, it was the best of all time. Okay, my team, it's the best of all time.
Tell me it was the bad
Alex,
camera.
I think you're pretty correct, actually. I think you're nailing it there.
Now I'm looking at it. God, I've been hanging out
So,
with
guys, what y'all don't realize though is that
I feel my bit, dude.
that was amazing, and I wanted you to see my face on camera, my actual reaction.
Here. So let me ask you, Paul. Look, someone said it in the chat, and I got to agree. You're one of the younger players. You're the youngest singles champion we've ever had. But you play this game like someone who's been playing it for 17. You took your time. You waited. You didn't rush into the answer at the very end there. You almost said
Winston's never drafting us.
And you took your time before you gave your final answer.
Yeah.
Is it from the time watching? Have you learned? You're picking things up, and is it working?
We're trying to show off like our knowledge and how good we would be at playing movie trivia, and all we're doing is just checking off the list of managers who are not going to draft us at all.
No, thanks, my train.
Training my mind to be ready, to be careful. That's why
We'll just bring Winston another camera that he can look into. Please draft it, sir.
If I had become a manager, who really in a perfect world where that is
you might as well use all your repeats.
I know it's not going to happen, but in a perfect world.
Lon, you clearly know a lot about movies, despite what's going on in your personal life. But do you look at somebody like a primetime Paul Oyama, who's able to kind of get his life back on the highway, so to speak, and say, hey, you know what? I can do that too. I can get my life back personally at the same time I'm succeeding.
Amen, Jamar Jones.
You're absolutely right, Jamar Jones.
You got it, Jamar Jones.
I'm living my best life right now. I'm walking the earth. I'm meeting the people. Like everybody should do this, man. Like give up all your stuff and just hit the road. That would be my message for the kids.
Did he purposely take like all the posters off his wall or something like that, like just to make the room look empty?
Next week, it's not over
You
yet.
think he had posters on that wall?
Hang on.
He had something on the wall. I'm hoping.
You got to do it again.
Yes, Lon, yes, you have to keep doing it.
And next week, you got Pride. You got Ben Goddard. And you have Rachel Silvestrini, also another 2-0 team. You guys are
gonna
both
be a good
2-0,
one.
And now you're going to be on the undercard of another match that you're going to be taking place in. You're going to have two matches next week.
First of all, let me tell you something. You know what's not that interesting? The Corruption Invitational. Welcome to the Swag Invitational. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bite y'all's idea because it was a good idea, but it wasn't that fun. Second of all, let's do this math real quick. We don't have the updated score yet, do you? I just want to see where we're at.
The rankings?
Yeah.
Well, there it is. 24.
Right.
So you get 2 points.
So we get 2. So if we hit another 2 at the minimum, that puts us at what, 26? The 3 that ties us at 27. And then it's a title match. So how much do we get for that?
Title match for Inner Geekdom title match, it's 4 points.
It is 4. So if we do 3, it would be 27. Another 4.
I've never watched any other sport where I've like been able to pay attention to the numbers and understand what they mean like this.
All right.
That
if I have watched everyone.
Nice.
Get out of here. I have watched
if they win both matches
the whole
next week, they beat the Finstock Exchange.
On top of doing that,
they top the Finstock.
It'll be the first team.
So now you see exactly
we say that, but
Violet
that's actually
did,
we'll see if
and now
what
they're
Roka
even
does
more
here in a
motivated.
second.
I mean, Lon was here. I'll figure out if I have to go find him myself.
To do it.
And Chandru has been our coach. He's been the man that has fueled everybody. If you don't believe
Roka
that
could get
Chandru
points
is ready
here,
for
and if
this,
that's the case, then I don't know math wise how that shakes out.
Well, thank you guys very much. So congratulations to final exam.
If Roka doesn't win and they win both matches next week, though.
Game team in Alonzo Duralde and Whitney Seibel Deep 13. Thank you. We'll see you next week when you face the Pride. All right, going to move Winston.
Yeah, good trip, baby.
Paul and Lon.
I like when they managed to get that in just in that last second.
We are going to bring back here both Alonso, Whitney, and manager Ken Knapsack. Guys, this was a really
could
tough
see my
one
neck
because
there
it
the
was-
whole time. It didn't
People
really
were even
work.
talking. They couldn't believe that this was the undercard because it seemed like
Yeah, you got a big neck.
But honestly, I'm mega impressed with these too.
It's a two-pointer there. Was that this team in Budapest Hotel? Did just blank on that one? What happened with the two-pointer?
I'm pretty sure I misheard you. I was thinking of Ray Liotta films. Did you say Ray Liotta?
I did not say Ray Liotta. I said Ray.
That's what my ear heard. And that's why I was thinking of Ray Liotta movies. The only Ray Liotta movies that came out that year were things like The Identical, and I know that wasn't it.
Look, we lost, but we know stuff.
I blame my
Yeah.
earbuds.
This is a weird flex turn here.
You got to be happy with the way you guys played again, though, too, because you were just kind of lights out playing there back and forth. I will echo what I said in the beginning of this match. It doesn't matter with the loss. You guys seem to work very well as a team. I would assume, and I can ask Ken this in a second here too, that you guys will be playing in the team's tournament that's coming up. Do you think that because of this, you'll learn and maybe,
just to be clear, someone popped in on their video, not ours.
When there's
Oh no, I'm checking my.
I could only.
It just gave me a little warning saying that it's like
one makes
has
every
a lower percentage.
I came out of the gate with two of them myself, so that was as
Who
much
popped on
as
theirs?
anything else. I just my brain was not giving me the answers on those first two. I hopefully made up for it later. But yeah, no, I think Whitney and I are going to keep this thing going, and I think the more we play, the more comfortable we are doing it, and you've not heard.
Get some more matches.
Hey, Ken, I might disagree with my announcing partner in crime here, just because it seems like
So we
you're
did
managing water and
the
water.
gag
Maybe
in
a little bit
our
of oil
reaction
shaken up.
before
What I
with
mean by that is that
Deep
Whitney
13
and Alonso,
versus Tom and
as
Paul.
can be, as smart as can
That
be,
Tom and
but
Paul were
they
supposed to
just
bring
felt by
on
a
the
team
end of the
who
world,
seems
the
to have
apocalypse, because they were
diverging
such a mega team. But then Deep
personalities
13
and
won
wants.
that,
Maybe
and so we
challenge one
switched
of the
it
members of
over.
Deep 13 to
We switched
And then the actual end of the world happened.
And then the actual end of the world
Steal
happened,
someone's
and now I
dog.
feel bad about that gag.
Personal lives
Yeah.
to enhance what's going on with their team in the Schmoedown.
Who knew the actual
Of all
apocalypse
questions
was
that
going to go down?
prepared for, I wasn't expecting you to ask Alonso Duralde to be homeless for a week or something like that.
Hindsight is
Schmoedown. We're not
2020.
worried we're not worried about that. Well, look what they showed you today. Little hiccups here and there. That's
I
for
hate
that's for
hindsight.
I hate hindsight.
podcast to debate for 2
I
hour
also
long.
never thought that Paul and Tom.
I'm so proud
I was
of
always
Alonso.
kind of iffy on them as a
And
team.
the Schmoedown
I
needs
feel like
folks like them
I
around,
don't know.
and we're not.
I remember seeing this when I saw them. I was like,
I couldn't
I
be
was
more
like,
proud of what they did.
I don't
I'm
know. It
pretty
just didn't seem like
sure
a click.
Outlaw and Harris as a friend.
Maybe.
Concerned.
it's
I'm
just me.
pretty sure he crashed.
I still feel like they could be good. They just needed a warm up.
Just sitting at a computer.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that, but other than that,
But
great match today. Good
it is impressive that
All right, well, once
the
again,
Pride has turned into the A
Deep
team for the
13
Den.
putting on a hell of a match. I would assume, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? We got to see what the manager comes up with. That we'll see you in the team's tournament when it arrives in October or so. So thank you guys once again. Hell of a match. I can't thank you enough for the match that was played here today, Whitney and Alonso. We'll see you real soon.
And congrats to final exam. Y'all did great.
Thank you, Alonso.
Oh, sportsmanship.
Always classy in defeat, as always, is Alonso Duralde. Thank you to Ken Knapsack. All right, we're going to
They're not heels at all.
Our competitors that are not in the next match to kindly drop out as we
Is
get
it a
ready
liquid heel?
for the main event. It is Goosebump City.
I don't think he
as
knows.
John Roca, the Outlaw, goes up against big time Ethan Irwin. It all goes down in just a moment here. Go take your bathroom breaks. Do what you got to do. Roca versus Irwin. It's coming up in just a moment here.
Right. Soon. It's going to be soon.
There we go.
Cool beans.
Y'all want to chat about that match, or we want to take our halfway through potty breaks real quick before we do that?
Take your breaks.
I gotta
our
go.
breaks.
I gotta be right back.
And we're back from our potty break. Because this is a long video and we needed to have that break for ourselves as well. Guys, this last match, though, that we just saw.
By the way, I have to comment, Alex, great decor in the bathroom. Just fantastic. It looks gorgeous. Anyway, carry on.
It's just for you guys.
Yeah, next time I'm just going to go ahead and run right through your joke. Anyway, this last match that we just watched, that was an undercard.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. That was not an undercard. I refuse to believe that was an undercard.
Real quick, this is what I like about where the Schmoedown is at right now, is because the undercards essentially could be live event headlines by themselves.
Yeah.
At the rates, at the intensity that competitors are playing at nowadays, absolutely, it does make sense. Now, I do feel like these are also, I don't want to say lesser known competitors. However, there are competitors that just don't actively play as often.
Yeah.
Like, critically acclaimed, with Winnie Seibold. We love him, obviously. But if you're just getting into Schmoedown like this season, you'd be like, who is this guy? Is he a rookie? You would have no idea. Just because he also, we don't really see him all that often. So that in Alonso, we haven't really, he's like, if he's in it, awesome. We're like ecstatic because he's in it like once in a blue moon,
Yeah, both competitors have basically been team competitors for the most part.
Yeah.
I think both of them are getting the opportunity, I believe, with this upcoming singles tournament, that they both actually get to play in singles now. And so we get to see more of what they are about in that tournament. But as a team, they're fantastic.
Yes.
And we definitely haven't seen them lately because, craziness.
Things
happening, world.
They have a busy
ending.
schedule, that's why. It's definitely not because, with everything going on in the world. It's definitely not that. It's because they were like, no, we have, other stuff going on, right?
Yeah. We don't want to do virtual team. There's stuff going on.
It's it's below them.
We got this quarantine that's like devoting all of our attention, and
So on the flip side, though, in this match, like they did fantastic, but at the same time, we have our winners here with Lon and Paul, and they are continuing to show why they are such a dominant and scary team to be looking for. Are you trying to intentionally get us upstaged here right now?
Possibly. She's just cleaning off my finger.
Nice. Very, very clever. This is a very long video. We don't have time for your cat to clean your finger.
Hey, we don't have time for you to clean off my finger.
Gosh.
She's like, did you talk to me? Yes.
So just as we suspected before, like this is a team that we expect to just plow through the competition. Paul being a singles champ before, Lon being one of those individuals who very well could end up getting a belt by himself in his own right at some time. We're looking at them as a team as maybe potential belt holders here in the future. What do we think they're going to do up against the Pride this next week?
That's a really strong team to go up against.
Yeah.
Goddard and Silverstrini, which both of them I love, but I don't know. That's a mega powerhouse of knowledge there.
I do want to correct you. It's Silvestrini, no R.
Yeah, no, I'm used to
correct like 20 times on it, so now I feel I need to correct everyone else.
And I'm used to saying her name without an R in it. It just slipped this time, I guess.
How dare you?
Yeah.
The worst. No. I totally agree with you guys. I do think, honestly, we were kind of going back to our conversation earlier. Well, where it's like they're both movie critics. Thing is, as far as I know, they're not competitors that actively study or anything along those lines. They're people that have worked in this, worked as critics for so many years. The amount of knowledge they have just casually hanging about in their noggins is mind-boggling. It's ridiculous. But they are going against competitors, as far as I've heard now, that are actively studying versus Deep 13. They're casual. Movie knowledge people versus, and they don't actively study. Versus the Pride, they actively study like every single day. So it's definitely a different type of competitor overall, for sure.
Yeah, it's a big one because Deep 13 is made up of guys that they just know what they know. And they know a lot, but they just know what they know. Whereas Silvestrini and Goddard, they are, first of all, we said at the beginning, we said it last year, this is supposed to be Silvestrini's year. Like, this is the year we see her on the come up. We see her.
It is.
Yeah, we see her making that big splash. she's going to be in the singles tournament, so we know that, and then we know that the two of them are here in this match coming up next week. I don't know. I also don't know, like, if they lose here instead of going all the way through, are they going to be in the tournament? Either way, I think we see big stuff from the Pride, either through this little mini tournament that they're kind of doing here, or in the actual teams tournament going forward. I'd say this is going to be a pretty even matchup between Final Exam and the Pride this next week, and it really could be anyone's game. It's who studied the right things before that match.
Yeah,
absolutely. Can't forget also that in the singles tournament, both Oyama and Lon are in the singles tournament versus Goddard obviously isn't. He's he just played in IG. He's going to be obviously continuing in team. So he probably needs like that kind of break, in between. So I don't blame him. It's crazy to me how like some competitors can do so many leagues at once, like Kalinowski and Chance. How?
They can do all those leagues and be that good.
And it's again, mind-boggling. But also, I mean, like, realistically, not everyone can do that. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of active effort. And let's face it, it's, losses take its toll on its competitors, both losses and wins, obviously. But when you win, it's amazing. You're on top of the world. But if you lose, it sucks.
Yeah,
it really does. And, we're going up against two competitors here pretty soon with John Roca and Ethan Irwin, where, with one of them, it's going against Ethan, with John Roca. He's a huge competitor. Obviously, he's fantastic. But if he loses, is considered a huge upset. Versus Ethan Irwin, he's kind of like a similar situation as Goddard when he was in IG. Technically, he has nothing to lose. But at the same time, if he were to win, holy smokes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we want to wrap this thing up because we're running out of time here. So
time is going. Alex, if you would like to go ahead and get some plugs in.
Yeah, absolutely. I am one of the hosts of, Call to Action podcast, another Schmoedown fan podcast. So definitely check it out. I would really appreciate it. Specifically my show is called Schmoebaits, where we really debate and argue Schmoedown's biggest questions, best championship match of all time, who would be the best Schmoedown competitor to go on a road trip with, all that good stuff. We're actually making a bunch of new changes here coming up pretty soon. So please stay tuned for that. We'd really appreciate it. I also co-host a show called Cinema Bias with Video Drew. Oh my gosh, I love her. She's from the Dungeon. She's fantastic. Where we really kind of dive into our personal biases when it comes to different movies. Like I said earlier, I have not seen Lilo and Stitch. Why? I could find out, an episode of Cinema Bias, all that good stuff. And we're going to be watching Akira here pretty soon, and Education. So a bunch of really fun movies here coming up over the next few weeks. So I hope you stay tuned.
Yep, guys, definitely check out Schmoebaits. It's fantastic. She's really done some amazing things with that overall call to action. So that's, if you have not seen it, you need to watch that.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
I'm also a big fan of Cinema Bias.
Yeah.
Why haven't you come on yet? That's the real question, Robert.
Well, it could possibly be because here on the Cinefanatics, we do have our live stream show that's every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. That is the tagline. That's where we sit around, talk about movies, have some fun, play some games. Yep, that would be what it looks like as far as the logo goes. So, yeah, we do that Tuesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Central Time on this very channel. So that would be why. To answer your question.
That's very fair.
Okay. Also, make sure you follow us at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. There's also our individual Twitter, Instagram. It's Robert Adams MLP and Chris Adams MLP. There's also Alex Max. Oh, yeah, there's those. Yeah,
they're right there.
That one, too.
We like to take it off. That way there's enough room for all of us to be on the screen. But also, we have our Patreon, patreon.com/Cinefanatics. Hop on the tiers on there. And I'm trying to think of anything else. continue to join us for this for the Schmoedown replay as we continue on through. We're probably like right in the singles tournament at this point, so we're going to continue trying to do reactions to that, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So anyways, like, comment, subscribe to this channel. That's going to do it for tonight. I would like to thank our special guest Alex Mack for being on this really long reaction with us. So thank you for being a trooper and sticking through with us. As for all of us here, that's going to do it for tonight, and we will see y'all later. Everybody, have a good evening. Good night.
See ya.
Bye.